Achiever MCQ series on retail banking and wealth management. And today's topic is general banking. Remember, general banking is not that simple. General means basic. What is retail banking? What are the advantages of retail banking? What are various topics? So first what I'll do is I'll explain you the concept of retail banking and the advantages, and then we'll go to the objective questions. Okay, so watch this video completely because this is very important from exam perspective. Okay, firstly, download Adda 24/7 app on your mobile. In this app you'll be getting all the premium study materials, current affairs, job alert, daily quizzes, live classes you will be getting, plus notes, ebooks, tests, whatever you need for JAIIB and CAIIB, you'll be getting it over here. Okay, so download it fast. Also, subscribe to Officers Adda 24/7 YouTube channel. In this channel, you'll be getting two things. Number one, free YouTube series on various topics of JAIIB and CAIIB. Various, all the topics. Okay. Also, you'll be getting various updates on JAIIB and CAIIB. Whatever update comes from IBF, immediately you get it over here. And that also authentic. So don't go here and there. Okay. Now, this is a new batch which has just now started. Okay, for JAIIB. All the 4 subjects: PPB, IFS, AFM, and retail banking and wealth. Okay. We will be covering a full topic, but more on this later. And importantly, use the code Y432 to get maximum discounts over here. Okay, so let's start. Retail banking. Firstly, understand what is the retail banking. Retail banking is a banking service that is geared primarily towards individual consumers. Now, understand this concept. If I give loan to Reliance, if I give loan to Tata's, so am I doing retail banking? I am giving loan to whom? I am giving loan to only one company, right? So that's basically corporate banking. Okay, there are almost 5 to 6 types of banking. One is retail. Okay, second is corporate. Then we have merchant banking. Then we have treasury department separate. Then we have trade finance. Okay, means 5 are over here. There can be 3 or 4 more depending on the services provided by the banks. Okay, so these mainly all the banks are now focusing on retail banking. Why? Because the advantage of retail banking is the risk. Risk is distributed. I'll write it over here. Distributed. Okay, distributed means what? Suppose I'll give you a simple example. Suppose if I am having 1 lakh rupees over here. Okay, let me take it from over here. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I'll give you the live example. Because what happens, suppose if I am having the 1 lakh rupees over here, imagine, and I give it to only one customer. Then if I give to the same customer and that 1 lakh rupees is gone, then what happens? Here, I'll explain you via image here. Corporate and retail banking. Corporate means what? They also call it wholesale banking. Corporate. Or we can call it wholesale also. Wholesale. It's one and the same. Okay. Then retail. In retail, what do we have? We have all that saving, current, right? FDs, all these things we deal in. And in corporate, what do we have? We mainly have the fundings, loans. Big loans, I'll write it over here. Big loans. Big means what? To the tune of more than 500 crores. Means minimum is 500 crores generally. This is known as corporate banking. Now imagine if I am having, how the risk is distributed in retail banking. Imagine if I am having 1 lakh rupees over here and 1 lakh over here. Okay. If I give 1 lakh rupees to 10 customers, 10,000 each. Okay. 10k each. Then can it happen that all the 10 customers will become NPA, or all the 10 customers will fail, will default? It can't happen. But if I give 1 lakh rupees to only one customer, okay, full 1 lakh to one customer, there is a fair chance that if this customer goes bankrupt, I'll be facing huge problem. But here, it's not possible that all the 10 customers will go bankrupt. So that's why we always say that in retail banking the risk is distributed hugely. Okay, retail banking is usually made available by commercial banks as well as smaller cooperative banks. So it is mainly by these commercial and cooperatives. But now remember, the lending part of the retail banking has been challenged by NBFCs also. NBFCs also lend to the same extent as we lend as the bankers lend, okay. But the deposit part, still the deposit part, we are having certain importance or certain upper edge over here. But then also RBI had recently come in for the banks, stating that the deposits are not growing. Where are the deposits going? The deposits might be going to NBFCs, okay. So retail banking is usually made available by commercial banks as well as cooperative banks. Unlike wholesale banking, retail banking focuses strictly on consumer markets. So wholesale, as I told you, only one customer, means not only one, that was an example of one customer. It can be many customers but limited customers. So that's why under wholesale banking what happens, the risk is more concentrated on one customer, whereas here the risk is diversified, right? Now what are the features of retail banking, means why the retail banking should be preferred. There is a separate section of advantage also, but features means what are the important points which differentiate it from the this corporate and wholesale banking. Retail banking is a banking service that is geared up towards individual customers, but obviously retail banking is usually made available by commercial bank, that is also done. Retail banking focuses on consumer markets. Now this is also done. Main part is retail banking is generally mass market driven, but many retail banking products may also be extended to small medium sized businesses. Now this is something different. See here, when we cater to, many of you might be having this doubt now. Suppose if I give a loan to proprietorship firm, proprietor, then am I doing retail banking or am I doing some corporate banking? If I am giving the loan to, rather than proprietor, partnership, or even private limited, okay, partner, LLP nowadays we have it, right? LLP also, or even private limited, okay. If I am giving a loan to private limited to the smaller extent, then am I doing corporate banking or am I doing retail banking? So understand, whenever you are servicing any client through your retail branch, you are actually doing the retail banking, okay. Understand this very clear, got it? So whenever you do it through the retail branch, it's purely retail banking. So that's why it said that even some of the products of this retail banking may be extended to the small size businesses. Small size means what? The other name to this is MSME, right? Medium, small, micro, small and medium enterprises. So if we extend loan to these guys through our retail branch, then also we are serving the retail banking only. What are the advantage? So client base is huge, therefore risk is spread. Just now I gave you this example, 1 lakh to one customer, 1 lakh to 100 customers. So which is better? Let me ask you only. Suppose if you are a banker and you are given an option of giving 1 lakh to one customer versus 1 lakh to 100 customers, what do you think which should be better? Type yes, 1 or 2. Type 1 or 2 in this comment section. Answer, is it 1 or 2? To one customer or to customer 100 customers? Obviously it will be 100 customers. But I'll tell you what happens in banking. The main problem in banking is we think that it's better to give it to 100 customers, but the point is we always prefer one customer. Why? Because bankers feel that the processing time for these 100 customers and the processing time for the one customer, so this 100 customers means it is 100 times multiplied for that of the one customer. So processing time for one customer and the processing time for these 100 customers is not same. So our workload increases. So that's why we always prefer to give larger loans, but it is wrong. Now is the age for smaller loans, consumer loans, right? Customer loyalty is very strong and customers generally don't change from one bank to another. Have you seen any customer in your bank only who's shifting the banks regularly? Now today is in SBI, then he went to PNB, then went to some Axis, then went to HDFC Bank, then went to again some government bank, nationalized bank. Does it happen like that? Never. Okay. Generally the customer loyalty among the customers, retail customers, is huge, and that is one of the major advantage for retail banking. There are attractive interest spreads since the customers are too fragmented to bargain effectively. What do you mean by attractive interest spreads? It means that logic is very clear. Suppose if I am dealing with Reliance, okay, if I say want to give the loan to Reliance, what will the Reliance do? Reliance is having their own team of experts. What will they do? They will bargain the loan with me. Means what? Suppose if my, let's say, RBI's this repo rate is, let's say, 6.5 right now, okay, let 6.5, imagine, okay, repo. Then every bank needs to give loan to the customers above this. So if I am giving the loan to Reliance, Reliance knows what is the repo rate. So that's why what will happen? Reliance will try to bargain this loan at 6.75 with me, isn't it? 0.25% only, Reliance. But what about the retail customer? Does your retail customer know what is the repo rate? No, right? Retail customer, that's why this loan can go from 6.5 to 8.5 also. So this bank can earn higher spreads. What do you mean by higher spreads? The difference between the rate at which I am giving the amount, giving the interest, and the rate at which I am getting the interest, right? So bank can definitely bargain for 8.5 over here. So I'll earn higher interest over here, retail. So that's why it is said that attractive interest spreads since the customers are too fragmented. Credit risk tends to be well diversified as loan amounts are relatively small. The same example, say this. What will happen? Because of 100 customers, risk is diversified. All the 100 customers won't fail at a single moment. But this one customer in corporate can fail at a single moment, right? Now before going ahead to the objective questions, let me cover this point again regarding the batches. 4 subjects we will be covering, all the 4 subjects: PPB, IFS, ABFM and retail banking. So presently, remember, the offers are going on for 80%. This offer will end soon. So that's why go for it immediately, number 1. Number 2, we'll be covering all the objective questions, numericals, theory, question banks in the sense all the important questions, okay, and case studies. So everything will be covered in these batches. So that's why I would suggest join these batches ASAP. Those who have not liked the video up till now, kindly like it now. Just now like it, okay. Also click on the bell icon so that what happens, you get the updates immediately once they are published, okay. Let's move on to the questions. Okay, banking is the dash of banking is the dash of modern commerce and trade. So what is the answer? Now let me see. Simple answer. Let me get the answers from your side, okay. Yeah, banking is the dash of commerce and trade. What is the answer? Correct one. Type fast in the comment section. Okay, what is the answer you are giving, everyone? Banking is the dash of commerce and trade. Yeah, because this is the basic one. Without banking in India you can't sustain, okay. Backbone, blood, both A and B, none of these. So what do you say? Is the backbone or blood? Blood means what? Money flows here. When the money flows from account A to account B, actually it's helping the economy. Money flow, that is blood, okay. And money flow. And backbone means what? Because without banking the financial system overall will collapse. So what is this? The answer is C, both A and B, right everyone? Answer is C, because banking is also the backbone on which the whole country stands, and also it's a blood because of which the money flows fast. And now look at this, with the advent of UPI, okay, and the coming up CBDC will come up recently within few months only. So once it comes in, and even with UPI, the money transfer, look at this, how fast that money is being transferred now, right? Yeah. Which of the following institutions is not a bank? Not a bank, huh? Bank of Baroda. This is BOB, means Bank of Baroda. Okay. Muthoot Finance, Equitas Small Finance, and HDFC Bank. So which of them is not a bank? Okay. Which one? Type fast. A, B, C or D. Which one of them is not a bank? Correct. It is B, because it's a NBFC, right? Muthoot Finance, Bajaj Finserv, Bajaj Finance. Okay. Sundaram, all these are NBFCs, okay, and they have come up hugely. Remember, don't underestimate NBFCs now, because NBFCs are giving the similar quantity of loans as we give in the banking now, okay. Which of the following is not an advantage or significance of retail banking? Not an advantage, okay. So loyalty, customers are loyal over here in retail banking, yes or no? Type yes, okay. Let's write this yes or no. Type yes if you feel loyalty is a advantage of retail banking. Type yes, or Y only. Just type Y, okay. It is Y, yeah. Less fluctuation in demand means, does it happen that once almost 100 customers come for home loans in one month, and in another month it comes down to only 20? So this 100 will become 90 or 110. So always it's a less fluctuation. So the answer is again Y, yes over here. Risk is spread. Spread means what? As we give the example of 100 customers versus 1 customer. So the risk is spread. Yes, it is spread. What about the risk is more? Is the risk more in retail banking than corporate banking, or is it less? So which is not the advantage? We want not, okay. So what is the answer over here? Not, right? So risk is more is not the advantage or significance of retail banking. Always remember this, okay. Risk is actually diversified, spread. Which of the following targets to individual segment? Now individual segment is targeted by whom? Retail, wholesale, corporate, both B and C. Wholesale and corporate both. So is it the same? Just now we gave the definition of retail banking, right? What was retail banking? Simple one. It was A. Everyone type fast in the comment section, okay? Everyone type fast. Individual segment means you must remember it's a retail banking. Which of the following is not a retail bank? So not a retail bank. BOB, Bank of Baroda again. RBI, Bank of India. So BOI is Bank of India. BOB I gave it already. Bank of India, okay. Which of them is not a retail bank? Both A and C means BOB and Bank of India. We want not, okay, not. So Bank of Baroda, yes. Bank of India, yes. What about RBI? RBI is not a retail bank, okay. It is a banker of banks, right? Banker of banks and banker of government, right? So that's why B is the right answer over here. Got it? Now let me show you how to get the discounts. I've already told you about these batches. Now the important point is discount, because money is very important. Let me show you how to get the discounts live over here. Okay, let's go to Adda 24/7 first. Yeah, let me bring in, okay. Say this. Now you are on Adda 24/7 live. Go to the front page, okay. Click on JAIIB and CAIIB. Now you will see this JAIIB, CAIIB, Mahapack, CAIIB 23, JAIIB 23. Click on JAIIB because you are in JAIIB, okay. Click on JAIIB. Now you will see the batches over here. Click on this batch, January 23rd, just now started. Join this batch, ASAP I would say. You can go through the details, means details will be given over here. What are the details? Simple. What are the dates? What are the timings? What all will you get from this? Okay. So study plan is given. I'll cover two, three important ones. One is recorded videos are available 24/7. So if you face any problem in the banking because you can't attend it due to some pressure or some target, then you can definitely go for the recorded sessions. Also, 2 interactive classes are available. You can ask the doubts there and then itself. Okay. Next important one is ebooks are available. Ebooks, test, subject, topic wise ebooks. So that's why go for it immediately. Now let me come to the fees part. Click on view offers. Put the code Y432. Click on apply. Now look at this. 19,999 reduces to 3,999, means 80% off you are getting. Okay. So 80% is a huge amount. Okay. That's why go for it immediately, I would suggest. Okay. In fact, I would suggest instead of going in for a single batch, go for multiple batches so that you can get a revision constantly, right? If you attend one batch versus if you attend 5 batches, okay, then you will definitely have an advantage over there. Go for the Mahapack. How will you get the multiple batches? Go for the Mahapack. Click on the Mahapack. Now look at this. JIB CIB का महापैक, JIB का महापैक, these two. Let's click on JIB CIB. Why? Because here JIB CIB महापैक is very important. Suppose imagine you give the you join this class now and you study well, so definitely you will clear it. Because after all, here in exam two things are needed. One is guidance and second is your studies. So once you study well, you will be clearing this in 6 months only. Okay. So once you clear this, then what happens? You'll get 1.5 year for the Mahapex here. Right now, look at this. What is the validity going on? Okay. Let me show you in the Mahapack. There are almost 15 plus batches for JIB. Look at this. You can go through this again. Okay. I would always suggest go through it. Here 15 plus batches for JIB, 15 plus batches for CIB. My God. Okay. In the same fees. Now the fees part, you'll say, sir, 53,996, huge fees. Okay. Click on view offers. Put the code Y432. Click on apply. Now look at this. 53,996 reduces to 10,799. Such a huge discount, and that also for how many months? 24 months. Here, this offer won't last long. Right now, get it, grab it immediately. Okay. So why am I stressing on the batches? Because here the portion of JIB has changed. What is the new portion? Now look at this. Portion means earlier you had 3 compulsory subjects. Now you have 4. And also the subjects are different. This is for CIB. Okay. For JIB, the portion, I'll just write it over here. JIB means 4 compulsory subjects. Okay. I'll just tell you. You might be knowing it on my daily lectures. Okay. So you have PPB, accounts, then IFS and this retail banking. So these are the 4 subjects, compulsory all. Okay, negative marking has been removed. Okay, so I'll be back tomorrow with another series. Till then, bye. Keep studying. Join the batches ASAP because